They said it was called a trap.
Oh boy.
But on the north side, we call it bando. You ain't know. Nah, for real. I'm a turn the rumble on commando. We the first one that came out with the bando. Talking about together ever where they going.
Dude, this dude's flow, insane.
It's amazing. People like talk about how like, oh, Eminem's great. Yeah, Eminem's great, but so is this guy. Like, the Migos don't fall back.
They don't fall back. He is like the lyrical genius, the lyrical mastermind of the group.
Yeah,
For sure.
But now, because of
We have to get into it.
yeah,
We have to get right into it.
we can get into it. What's up, guys? It's Rubane. Welcome back to the LS Podcast. Thanks for all the love you guys been showing to the past couple of episodes. Episode 1 hit 100 views.
Yeah, and we're at 20 subscribers total.
Yeah.
Pretty good for being around for like 2 weeks.
Barely.
We're going up.
But still, yeah. We're on Spotify. If you didn't know that, link to that in the description below. Check out the Instagram page as well. We'll be posting a lot more clips and all that stuff on there. Soon, we'll be having a TikTok, and we'll be putting like TikTok clips on there like daily. So there's that if something you wanted to check out more. If you wanted more Illest podcast, and maybe in the future, if you guys really like it, behind the scenes channel where we could just like...
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool. You
Like-
can never get too much Illis podcast. Let's
No,
do
yeah,
that.
100%.
100%.
100%.
That's just
But...
the boys thing. Takeoff
Migos.
is 100%
Takeoff, yeah.
dead.
Okay.
No, but for real, it was a very upsetting. I grew up listening to not grew up, but
Yeah.
when I first was introduced to hip hop, the Migos were one of the big bands groups that I was listening to, and Takeoff was always the underrated guy.
No.
I've always stuck up for him, and people they would talk down on him because there's Quavo and Offset. Quavo,
Yeah.
the catchy guy. Offset was just like a good rapper, but like no one respected Takeoff.
But...
And I know like it's
Yeah.
like it's typical to say like, oh, now that they're gone, now we all love him.
No, yeah, but like...
I love Takeoff.
Takeoff's an amazing artist. Like, you can't like compete with certain artists. Like Migos, a whole as a group is amazing. Like, you can't question them. Sure, you might question things here or there, but you can't question their talent when it comes to stuff. Just kind of like same thing with Kanye. He's a questionable man, makes questionable decisions, but you can't question his talent when it comes to music and producing.
There's always a vision. There's always a plan involved.
Yeah.
And what I loved about the Migos was you had Quavo and Offset who had that like triplet flow. They would go back and forth, and
Yeah.
they had more of like that chopped up flow. But as soon as Takeoff came in, he was just spitting bars the entire song. He
Yeah.
just changed every song he was on. He would change the dynamic when he got on there.
He's going in. He's going in hard. He didn't come in like kind of like, oh, I'm kind of nervous. Like if you look at our flow in the episodes of the podcast, like episode 1's kind of like choppy. Episode 2 gets better, and then I saw episode 3. I was just listening to it on Spotify. Check it out on there.
Check it out on Spotify.
And I was like, dude, we get right into it. As soon like I'm like I could go to any random like moment in the podcast and it's just going. It's conversational. We're no longer choppy and stuff. But with him, it wasn't like that. He didn't take time to get used to it. He came in with heat.
Just got right into it. This song that we're playing, Takeoff Going Off, this is from like 2015. This is it might be from earlier. This is like one of their first popular albums. I'm just you can keep talking.
Yeah, no.
2016.
2016 was a while ago.
Culture 2. It's
Yeah.
like, and I was reading an article about it before I came here.
I just gotta mention I brought OJ again. I'm sad because I started drinking this the moment I got here and I only have a little bit left. Wanted to sip it through the podcast, but you know what?
You know what? It's okay. I still haven't yet to bring my gallons of orange juice, but I promise maybe we can share it with our guest.
Oh yeah, we have a guest.
Already came on.
Yeah.
This
What'd you guys think about the guest that came on last episode? We haven't recorded that yet, but
yeah, let us know.
let us know.
This is coming out after that.
Yeah.
But as far as the Migos go, I mean, I was reading the article and they had the audacity to mention Bad and Bougie in the article, which Takeoff wasn't on Bad and Bougie.
He wasn't?
No.
Yeah, no.
It was Quavo, Offset, and Lil Uzi Vert. But Takeoff wasn't even on it. And like they mentioned it. I was like, but then they mentioned later on there's a famous whatever. There's an interview between him and a reporter, and the reporter's like, you know, how does it feel to be left off Bad and Bougie? And Takeoff was like, look like Bad and Bougie. He just said like some random dude's like, look like Bad and Bougie. But it was like, do I look like I left off Bad and Bougie? Because he was all he was all iced out and he was
It's like,
getting the profits from it.
bro, I got bangs.
Look like I'm at that bamboozle.
Yeah, I got bands
I
on
think they
bands.
mentioned Bad and Bougie because that was like the song that brought Migos onto the mainstream.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
guess, yeah. I've also noticed that in these episodes, Dan's the voice of like reasoning and knowledge that just comes on from the back.
He's just enlightening us from the sky.
He's like, I have
I
facts.
am very knowledgeable about music.
Dan is the music,
That is true.
The music buff here.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we got it.
But it's sad. A lot of artists have died because, I mean, Dan told me this earlier while we were in class. We're getting out of class. It's like he died to a gunshot wound. I'm like, oh.
Dude, they were playing dice. There's what's involved in, you just throw a dice and I don't know, whoever has the highest number wins. There's no like cheating involved. There's no like feelings. It's just random luck.
The article said it was in a bowling alley.
A bowling alley, but they were playing dice in the bowling alley is what they're saying.
Oh.
It's all right.
Dude.
It's like
I don't know if it was like maybe a third party because I don't know much about it. I just found out about it before the recording of the podcast. I had no idea. And Dan told me like an hour ago, and I'm just thinking like the amount of good artists we've lost.
yeah.
Just because of stupid gunshots. Yeah.
All like the rap beefs, all the gang violence. I mean, it's just in general, not even for rappers, but just in the world.
Yeah. In the world, yeah, and then there's so much like violence and stuff happening everywhere, and yeah, you can blame. You gotta have better gun control. You can get political about it, but at the same time, people are gonna do what people want. Like most of these guys that are like killing people, it's with illegal guns. It's with non-traceable black market guns. You can't stop that.
They're gonna find a way to kill people regardless of.
Once someone has a taste of power, like you take that power away, there's going to be like riots. There's going to be consequences.
Yeah, and like Pop Smoke was gunned down in an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Out in Cali. I think he posted it on his Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Then someone found it and shot him down. And then I mean, even outside of that, just losing rappers and artists to other means like Juice WRLD with drugs, Mac Miller.
Yeah.
How did Mac Miller die?
I think it was with drugs as well.
Yeah, so like
I can't be certain, but that's what I believe happened.
So like drugs and violence and it's just so terrible. And I think didn't they release a new Juice WRLD? Was it a single or an album recently?
I think it was single, right?
I think it's I don't know. There comes a point where I think they're just
They released a song that Marshmello did with Juice WRLD recently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, that one.
So like I think they're just. It seems like they're milking it at this point.
I get it. He's an amazing artist. He recorded like probably over 1,000 songs before he passed away.
And his freestyling.
Yeah, it's a single in my head.
And like his freestyling ability too was incredible. Like,
Juice WRLD's ability to freestyle was amazing.
You'd see videos of him on YouTube and stuff. He's just going off. You just give him a beat and and then I think most of his songs came from freestyles. He would just rewrite some of the
he would freestyle and then rewrite it. That's what I've heard.
Which is insane, given how emotionally deep his songs are.
No, yeah.
And he comes up with that off the dome.
All these hoes I say, damage in my brain.
Like I remember when it first, it was the Black and White album when that first came out.
Yeah.
And it was on the charts. I was listening to it. It's like this dude is something. I was late to the game. I think he was big on SoundCloud before he came. But
yeah, no, he was a big SoundCloud, and then he came over to Spotify, and so a lot of people were like, I knew him since the SoundCloud days. I knew him since whatever days. I'm just like, bro, I heard his music, and I'm like, yo, he's an amazing artist. I'm gonna listen to this guy.
Yeah.
And then when I found out he died, I'm like, damn.
I was in Scotland when that happened. I woke up. Same thing with Takeoff. I just woke up. Go on my phone, Instagram, boom, first story. Juice WRLD dead on a plane. He inhaled took a bunch of pills to not be caught at the airport, which is just so dumb. I don't know what pills they were, but he was on a private jet.
I believe they were Percocets.
He took a bunch of Percocets.
Yeah.
And the police were going to come inspect the plane. And he was like, well, instead of getting caught, I'll just take all of them.
Why didn't you just flush him down the toilet?
Or just take the blame? Like, he has... I don't know. It's so
You
hard.
got a lot of money, bro. You can get out of it.
He'll figure something out.
I know, yeah.
But speaking of SoundCloud, too, we forgot to mention X. One of the biggest SoundCloud rappers ever. Him and Juice are probably the top
X
SoundCloud
and Juice,
guys.
top guys.
And X gunned down as well.
Yeah.
It's... DMX dead.
Yeah.
Like all classic artists, some of them new, some of them older.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
And a lot of these artists are artists that had very cult-like followings. Mm-hmm. And it's not like, oh, they started a cult, they did this, they did that. It's like these guys in their music, they spoke to people.
Their music was so good. So many people were like, this guy, he's saying exactly what I'm feeling.
It's like, cause like you got some artists be like, oh, I got bitches, I do this, I do that, I got girls here, I got girls there. That doesn't speak to like people's hearts. People are like, okay, yeah, he's going in, he's going hard. But then you got Juice WRLD talking about heartbreak. You got Juice WRLD talking about being alone. A lot of people feel that. Everyone feels that at some point in their life. And it's just like those songs and those artists are the ones that are able to connect, that talk about real life issues. Sure, you might have issues. You got too many bitches you can't pick. I don't. Like, I got issues where I'm trying to deal with college. I'm trying to deal with other things. I'm trying to deal with the stress. And like there's songs out there that talk about that, and those artists are the ones that are able to speak to younger audiences, which is what a lot of Juice and X like fans were.
Yeah,
younger guys.
And they helped so many people get through hard times in their life.
Yeah,
like I know going through breakups, Juice WRLD, it puts you deeper in your bag. But you say, you know what,
Juice WRLD puts you in your bag.
I'm not the only one going through this.
Yeah.
I'm going through this with Juice WRLD. You know, and to them to be gone, and because just imagine how many more songs they could have made. Like Juice had thousands of songs, but that definitely wasn't his best. He could have made so much more. He could have learned from everything and continued honing his craft. How good he would be now if he was still alive.
Like right now, we have 2 songs published together. I have 0 songs published by myself, but I have over 15 songs, but I don't like any of them enough to publish them. Like, they're just in the arsenal somewhere,
right?
Just in case if I ever want to go back to any of them, like My Time. I know I'm gonna go back to My Time at some point. Like there's just so many songs that I'm gonna go back to and I'm gonna finish. I have a song where it's called In My Feels. Like I have a bunch of these songs that I'm gonna go back to at some point, and it's like I feel like that's what a lot of these songs where Juice made them, and Juice was like, I'll go back to that at some point. I'll go back to these hooks at some point. And then I feel like now that he's gone, they're just milking it.
Yeah, and just because they're there doesn't mean he wants them to be released necessarily. Like, I don't think you'd appreciate if a bunch of people started dropping your music without your permission, really.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I understand where it's like, oh, to keep his legacy going. Like, I'd be honored if I died and somebody kept my legacy going. Like, if I were to die tomorrow and somebody was like, you know what, let's keep the Illest podcast going in his legacy.
I got you, bro.
But it's like,
me and Dan the cameraman, we got it.
Yeah. It'd be a one-person podcast.
Cameraman to one of the main hosts if Rubane dies.
Yeah, let's.
No, that's the deal. If I die, Dan takes my spot.
No offense, Dan. Let's hope it doesn't happen though. Nothing against you, Dan.
None taken.
But yeah, it's like I'd be honored, but at the same time, it's kind of like, did Juice want these songs released? Did X want these songs released? It's just,
I don't know.
It's just something to think about. Speaking of death, we lost. A couple of years ago. It's been a couple of years now, but it's like the death of Chadwick Boseman kind of had a big ripple effect.
And it's really hard even to conceptualize it because there hasn't been any Black Panther related movies since
then.
So you watch the movies, he's still alive, he's still there.
Well, we saw him in What If.
Oh, did we? I didn't watch that.
Chadwick Boseman did some voiceover work for What If, because What If is a whole animated series. So I think I'm pretty sure that's Chadwick Boseman in there.
And that came out after, right?
Yeah.
That had to been like chilling.
I know there was one movie that he worked on right before his death. And then that movie came out, and then we saw him in the MCU one last time in What If.
That's crazy. And now they're doing a new Black Panther movie without him, which is...
Yeah. But one thing I do like is they're not casting a new T'Challa, which is kind of... There's 2 parts to me. One part is, I love that. I love that they're doing that. They're respecting the actor. They're like, hey, we're not going to replace him. He was a big part of this. The other part of me is like, you can't have Black Panther without T'Challa.
Yeah, well, like the comic books too.
Yeah.
Even he continues living on through that.
T'Challa is just a big, T'Challa is the main Black Panther, just like how Doctor Strange is the main Doctor, or like Stephen Strange is the main Doctor Strange. Peter Parker is the main Spider-Man, like Tony Stark.
Yeah, you can't have
Bruce
Black Panther
Banner.
without T'Challa.
Yeah, like there's other versions of Captain America out there, but Steve Rogers is Captain America. Like,
especially in the hearts and minds of the average Marvel viewer.
Yeah,
it'd be really confusing to see someone else as Black Panther, I would say.
It'd be true. I mean, I understand after a couple of movies, it is hard to like recast. It's like, okay, like people grew to love him as an actor. People grew to love him as a character. And now it's like replacing him is kind of weird, but what are they going to do?
Yeah, because there's, you know, so Disney owns Marvel. You know that
Yeah.
Disney is gonna, they want to, again, as we've been saying, they want to milk the industry for all they can get, not only because of Chadwick Boseman, but just in the Marvel universe. And Black Panther has to be a part of that.
I went to Target yesterday. I went to Walmart yesterday, and Black Panther figures are still being sold.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Disney's still selling them.
They're still selling, and they're gonna keep making movies. I'm
Yeah.
saying. Black Panther has to be involved in some way. They can't just get rid of the character.
There is a new Black Panther. We know that, but we don't know who the new Black Panther is.
Are they gonna? Is there gonna be an actual new Black Panther?
There is. If you look at the trailer, there's speculation shows there's 2 new Black Panthers.
Yeah.
So one main one at the end of the trailer jumps down, looks to be in a female suit.
I wonder if it's like one of the sisters, maybe,
There's only one sister.
or the sister.
Shuri, yeah.
It's been a while. Since
So
I've
a
seen
lot of
Marvel
people
movie.
guess Shuri, and the whole cast goes, no one's guessed who the new Black Panther is.
Okay, so it's not her then.
So it's not her. I'm thinking it's the mother.
Oh.
Because in the trailer, the mother says, I've lost my whole family. But Shuri's still alive. At the start of the movie, we know that. We know she's in the trailer. We know she has, like, there's new figures of her at Walmart.
Mm.
But the mother in the start goes, I've lost everything.
So you
I've
think
lost
she's-
my family. I think Shuri's going to die. And I think the mother is going to be Black Panther. Because Shuri's no longer, because Shuri's not the ruler of Wakanda. Black Panther's always been the ruler of Wakanda. The mother is the ruler of Wakanda now. So it makes sense traditionally for it to go to her and not Shuri.
Right, but has there ever been a female Black Panther? Is that the next step in the
there
process?
there are female Black Panthers in comics.
Okay.
In MCU, I'm pretty sure, like, we don't know the past of Black Panther. All we know is T'Chaka as Black Panthers. We don't know anyone else. Well, then I guess Killmonger's a Black Panther, but, like...
For a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he the rightful kind of... Oh, that's the whole movie.
No, yeah.
Spoiler alert.
We won't spoil that. But
I've never seen the original Black Panther movie, so
you got to
Yeah.
watch it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love the music in it. I'm not the biggest fan of the CGI during the end.
Ooh, yeah, I think
There's a lot of
very-
CGI in the fighting at the end, but I love the movie. I love the music in it. It's amazing. But what I was saying is that Shuri is a Black Panther in the comics. She takes over the role. But how is this Shuri going to take over the role when the Queen's alive and the Queen is the Queen of Wakanda? She's the ruler, and the ruler of Wakanda is always Black Panther.
Well, I guess we just have to watch the movie to find out.
Facts, which actually releases next week.
Next week, so we got to talk about that.
Yeah,
we got to go see it.
Yeah, November 11th is when it releases, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
It's going to be pretty cool. Also, speculation. In a frame, you could see another Black Panther suit.
Oh, you're saying 2 of them. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a second Black Panther, and the second one looks to be a male suit.
Do we have any idea who it might... Like,
I wanted to be M'Baku.
Baku. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember he was in the trailer, though. Was he?
He is. He's a much bigger character now.
Yeah.
So after the script change for Black Panther 2, he did get a pay raise, from what I'm hearing. The actor got a pay raise, and he got a much bigger role.
So you think maybe he starts out as M'Baku and then turns into... Or at some
The
point...
Black Panther, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it's
in the original Black... I'm going to spoil it.
skip to this time code if you actually care.
Oh, yeah.
will you actually edit the time code in?
Yeah, I'll try. I don't remember. Yeah.
I'll try to remember.
We'll see.
But so T'Challa, everyone thinks T'Challa's dead. He's gone. What they do is they take the remnants of the syrup that you're, or like the flour that you're supposed to drink to become Black Panther. They take that to M'Baku to give it to him, and then he goes, "Wait, look what I found! It's T'Challa's body." And they give it to that body of T'Challa, and then he comes back, and he's like, he goes into spiritual world and comes back. But when T'Challa was gone originally in the first movie, they did go to M'Baku to give him the serum to turn him into Black Panther.
I didn't pick up on that. They were going to him as the next one.
Yeah, Shuri and the mother went to him for him to be the next Black Panther and stop Killmonger.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to him just like for help or something. I didn't realize that's what they were doing.
No, yeah, they were going for help to make him Black Panther.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But again,
so-
the Black Panther is always the ruler of Wakanda.
Yeah. So that would make sense then if in the second movie that Mbaku would be the second Black Panther.
True.
I don't
But
know.
we don't
have
know.
to find
We'll find out.
I think Marvel is so good at giving us just enough information
Mm-hmm.
to talk about and speculate about, but not enough to
actually know
So you
what-
have to go watch the movie.
Also, talking about Marvel and Disney. Disney owns almost every single thing now.
Disney owns all the movies. Kraft owns all the foods. The world is run by like 4 people.
Facts. But no, I'm talking about. So I'm a big Doctor Who fan.
They own Doctor Who now?
They own the streaming rights to Doctor Who starting next year.
Jeez, I used to watch Doctor Who back in like middle school. I was just big into that.
Middle school. What year was that? Like 2000.
I don't know. It was right,
11.
right when Peter Capaldi came on. I stopped watching,
Okay.
but I watched everything from Christopher Eccleston until Matt Smith. Everything. But
I want to show you something, but it's like I don't know. Like how's it gonna work if I show it to you and like with the cameras?
I've never watched Doctor Who, so
Who? Not kidding. Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Doctor. Exactly. What are you a doctor of? Of everything.
You can just show me after the podcast. We'll just do it
but the
later.
regeneration
Really?
regeneration episode came out of Jodie Whittaker.
Is that the new one? Or
Yeah, she's the 13th Doctor.
Wasn't there something with that he only had 13 lives?
Okay, little Doctor Who stuff.
Yeah, I gotta
so
look at
Matt Smith's Doctor was the last life because David Tennant used up 2 regenerations because he
Right.
put it into the hand and used up a regeneration to stay in the same body and then regenerated one more time into Matt Smith. Matt Smith was done with regeneration in the Christmas special where he regenerates into Peter Capaldi. A sliver in time and space cracks open. This was after the Day of the Doctor and saving Gallifrey into the pocket dimension.
Right.
They noticed that the Doctor needed help. The council voted to give him a new set of regenerations.
A whole new set.
A whole new set.
So they're good for
13.
13 more
more.
seasons.
But here's the thing. Jodie Whittaker's Doctor going on an adventure, right? Meets a lady. Doesn't know anything about her. But you know how the Doctor can turn himself, or any Time Lord can turn himself into human, or themselves into human, right?
Okay.
This lady had a watch. Always felt weird about the watch. Broke the watch. Jodie Whittaker on the floor, needs help. This character, gun, blast. Hi, I'm the Doctor. What? Jodie Whittaker's like, I don't remember being you. And this new Doctor's like, I don't remember being you.
Bro, what?
But it's the Doctor because it's the same TARDIS.
How does that even work?
Yeah,
man?
so her Doctor, this random Doctor is known as the Fugitive Doctor. So there's the War Doctor that we forgot about.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the Fugitive Doctor as well, which would be like, which regeneration is this?
Yeah.
But the Time Lords were known to manipulate other Time Lords.
There's a lot.
That's why the Master hates them.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, wait till you see this regeneration.
I need to like start watching it again.
No, yeah.
I just stopped. I don't even know why I stopped to begin with.
Yeah, my girlfriend watched a couple episodes of Doctor Who, so I'm like, you watched a couple episodes? She goes, yeah, and I enjoy it. I'm like, we're watching everything.
So now you're getting back into it. Yeah. I remember there was the one, I think not my favorite episode, but there wasn't there one where Matt Smith and David Tennant were in the
The
same
Day
episode?
of the Doctor.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a movie thing, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah, it was a
2 hours?
special.
Yeah.
It's called The Day of the Doctor, and it's Matt Smith runs into David Tennant's Doctor, and then they run into dang, I forgot the actor's name, but the War Doctor.
Yeah, I was gonna say the War Doctor's in there
Yeah.
too.
And then
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
end of the
Dude.
episode, at this point, every Who fan knows that Matt Smith is the last Doctor. This is the last regeneration. We thought he had another one left, but then we found out the War Doctor exists, and it's someone that we never knew about. This was between Doctor 8 and 9. He just never talks about it, and we're like, oh dang, this is the last regeneration. There's only 12 Doctors.
But psych.
But psych, at the end of that episode, the Gallifrey Council's like, oh no, all 12 of them are here. And then one guy goes, no sir, all 13. And then there's a 13th Doctor, and we see like the eyebrows of Peter Capaldi.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, Peter Capaldi's my favorite Doctor.
Is he? Man, I never watched anything of his. I think I might have saw like one episode or two, but
Yeah.
for some reason I just stopped watching it. I used to watch it every morning before I went to school. One episode. You're taking me back talking about these things.
Yeah,
I'm like
but
vague memories.
We know the next actor for Doctor Who. Jodie Whittaker's the 13th Doctor. The next actor will be taking his role in 2023. and I'm excited for the 15th Doctor.
It's insane. And it's insane how long the show's been going on, too.
He didn't catch it.
I didn't catch it? 15th?
Jodie Whittaker's the 13th.
And there's a 15th.
This new actor's the 15th.
Where's the 14th go?
I gotta show you the regeneration video after the podcast.
Okay, all right.
Dude, it's so crazy. If any of you guys watch Doctor Who, it's kind of a nerdy episode.
Okay.
But we just had a guest on last episode, so we take it back to like kind of like a boys episode where we just talk.
Yeah, we talk about rest in peace, Takeoff. Rest in peace, everyone else. Honestly, it's crazy.
Honestly, I really wish Chadwick Boseman was still alive to portray the character of T'Challa, because I would have just loved to see more.
He was so good.
Yeah,
he was so good. I mean, again, it's not even hot takes. It's just standard to say he was.
No, amazing.
Marvel's
amazing
casting
actor.
is so good.
It is
for all their characters.
Yeah,
they're all so perfect.
They've had a couple of troubles here, and they've recasted like Edward Norton, I think his name was.
The Hulk, was it?
The Hulk, yeah. They recasted the original Hulk to Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. They've done stuff here and there, and you're like, you got rid of people. They recasted Rhodey as well from Iron Man 1 to 2.
Oh yeah. Out of nowhere.
Hot take. I think that's a good recast.
You think so?
It's just because the new Rhodey. I mean, I've seen him so many movies. It's like, he's Rhodey.
He's iconic now.
He's iconic now. Whereas I feel like I would have felt the same way if the first guy stick around.
Yeah, that's true. But I think where they've landed on most of these actors,
it's amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Hot topic. A hot topic? No. Hot take. Captain Marvel. Not many people like her.
Okay, yeah. You like Captain Marvel?
I think she's an interesting character. I'm not the biggest fan of the movie, but I think it's something that they could fix. I think she's an interesting character. She's not the strongest Avenger.
You think Thor is?
100%. Nah, just like if you look at it, right?
I don't know. We can save this debate for a different episode.
Yeah.
For sure. That could be.
I just gotta say for people, everyone's like, "Oh, Captain Marvel, she came in, she destroyed that ship, and then she punched Thanos, and then he fell down." Thor did the same thing. When Thanos had all the Infinity Stones.
Oh right, when he came in to Wakanda.
When he came into Wakanda, not only did he fight, not only did he fight a bunch of things, and then he went straight into Thanos.
Yeah, that's a good point.
With Thanos having every single one of the Infinity Stones.
Thanos shot all the power at him.
Yeah.
He just threw Stormbreaker into him like it was nothing. Should have went for the head.
He should have went for the head. But that's a topic for another day. Thank you for watching this episode, guys. It was a little bit of a fun episode. We came in, we came, we saw, we conquered. But thank you for watching the last episode. We had a guest. Next episode, we might also have a guest.
Yeah, we're going to start having guests, I think, once a week or so.
Yep. Once a week, it's going to be a guest episode, and once a week, it's going to be a boys episode. It might change up in the future, but that's how we're going now. Follow us on TikTok, which is going to be linked in the description below because I'm starting that now. Instagram, almost at Snapchat, Spotify, and, of course, YouTube here. Don't forget to check us out if you're in the Scranton area on 91.7 VMFM.
8 p.m. on Saturdays.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go. Thank everyone for watching. Or thanks to you
for
watching.
Thank you for watching.
I'm not telling you. Okay.
No, yeah.
Go ahead.
Have a good one, guys.